Alright, so we're going to be changing the headlights, the turn signals, and the side markers today. That's what came in the kit. Also, the fog lights came in the kit, but unfortunately for mine, this bumper's welded on, so I can't get to the back screws of this. So I'm going to leave that off, but I'm going to try and do it all today. We'll put timestamps of what is where, so the headlight starts first, side marker next, and then the turn signal. So if you're just interested in one, you can go straight to that. So there's 6 of these up top. They're the small little clips. You just pop them all out, and then behind here, back here, very hard to see, but these little clips, they come off. So my intention was also to change this grill out, but because this bumper's welded on, I can't pull it out. I can't bend it enough without really damaging it. So I'm not putting that grill on, but that's what you got to do. You got to pull these out, pull them out. So we'll start with the headlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some tape, masking tape right here. I already did the other side, and I scuffed up the paint a little bit, so I'm gonna try and avoid that.
Well, you can't really tell with the gloss.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell with the gloss, but let's see if that gets it better. But I did scuff it up a little bit, so I'm gonna try to avoid it on this side. You may not have to do this, since you could probably take your whole bumper off. So there's 4 of these T10. Get like real close up here. See if you can see that side right there. So there's one. Got this little magnet. Trying not to drop them, but I probably will. Yep, just like that. So this bezel holds the lamp in place. Once you take this bezel out, it will just kind of flop around, just like that. So again, this is a little trickier for me because I'm not taking off the grill completely, but that's the bezel there. Put it off to the side for now. And now you should be able to just kind of get this out. Can you get in there a little bit? So we're doing our best to try and show you this, but you're gonna have to move this little clip back, and then that will allow you to take the headlight off. Just gotta push the clip, there you go, it comes off. So that's your old one. These are the ones we're putting in today. So with your kit, it might be a little different, but these have a ballon that they come with. So that'll go there. And then this one goes here. And now that'll go into the factory fitting. I'm just gonna set this up here. So once that goes all the way in, you just need to bring this clip back. Alright, so we're just clipping this on. Some of these other kits may need you to do something weird here. We'll just push that forward. It's pretty tight. And I'll still add just some black tape to this just to make sure. So you may not have to do this, but I know that, you know, when you go off-roading, stuff may bounce around and it's not an exact fit, so I'd rather do this and kind of cheap insurance. Now you will have plenty of space to kind of just work this back in there. And this is what's going to go to our turn signal. So just make sure you don't put it on the outside, because then, you know, your headlight won't sit on it, right? So just push it towards the back, and then we'll go there next. I think these are labeled top and bottom. Yep. So the bottom is this little slit that you see, but you just might want to line it up and make sure before you start screwing, because they're not the same all around. So in other words, it only goes one way. So go up here. Pull this. Yeah, so those are the ones. This is where you gotta kind of line it up. So that's not there. That's cool. Cool, and there we are. Now we'll move on to the turn signal. So you take out the bulb and then pull that clip back. That's already back. So once you pull that back, you just push down on this and that'll free up your bulb. Sometimes it's good to use a flathead or something back here. So I'm just going to use this stubby marker, or the stubby, and see if it helps. So this is forward, it locks. When it's back, it should loosen. But this feels like it's tough. There you go. So once you get that off, there's two tabs that hold them in. If you can see them right here, So you got to push it in, kind of pulling it out. Do one at a time. Push that one in. And it looks like they're going. Nope. This one's loose. Alright, so with these I'm just gonna pinch that middle clip in at the same time of trying to push it out. In the front, I'll use a screwdriver a little bit to help wedge it out. So once you get these clips in there, it should just kind of push out. So these are the little clips that I was pushing, and that's that. So here are our new ones. Just gonna go ahead and take this off because you want to be able to get it in the hole. Clips should do the same exact thing, just like that. All right. And now you put this in there, just like that. So here's the plug that plugs into your side blinker. But we're gonna borrow this middle cable, which is the day running lights. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tape off. Don't go too deep in here and cut that cable. Don't go too deep accidentally. You just need to kind of break open the seal and then we'll tape it off later. Alright, so that's the cables we need. And here's the other one. So we're going to plug in the white into that middle one. We already tested it, and I'm going to go ahead and not use this one. I just don't like how it looks when it blinks. So I'm just going to use this. But make sure you look at your manual. If you get a slightly different model, you know the colors might mean something different. In this connector, the red one is, or sorry, the black one is ground. The middle one is the day running lights, and then the left one is the blinker, or the furthest from the black. I'm just going to go ahead and make a little cut here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and line that up with that cut I just made. And then this white one is going to go in the second slot. And we'll go ahead and close that up. I just want to make sure it's lined up. Sometimes it won't cut all the way through if you use these. So I just don't want to risk it. That's why I kind of splice it a little bit. Right there, make sure it's still good. So that looks like it's good. Just give it a good. That looks good. I pull on this. It's not going anywhere. So I'll go ahead and test it before I button this up. Alright, so I'm not sure if you can see that there, but if you do hook up the signal wire, the turn signal wire, that's what it'll look like. It actually looks better on camera than it does in person. I'm personally not going to put it on there, but that's up to you. Currently, your headlight doesn't indicate a turn, so if you don't hook it up, you're not missing out on anything. But it's up to you. You can hook it up just to test it. That's what I did. That's why these little clips come in handy, because now all I have to do is just take it off. It's a little hard to do with one hand, but all I gotta do is take it off and then put a little piece of tape here, and we'll be good. And see, now it's gone. All right, so first you're gonna want to take off these clips, the one right here and right here. We're only gonna have to take off these front two, not the rest of them. That'll give us just enough space. Okay, so to take those fender pins off, we're just gonna use a socket and some channel locks. There is a tool you can buy, but it is a little pricey. So all you need to do is tape this onto this, and even if the tape goes over this, don't worry about it. Just kind of use like a knife or a screwdriver and poke that in. It'll still hold it. It just needs to kind of sit behind the rivet, and then with the Allen key, we'll put the Allen key here, and then as we push it through, it'll push that little pin through, and then you can take it out from the back. There you go. Now it's sitting right. Bet. That's it. Take that off. And then the back has a little pin. You pull it off, but then it also has a little bit of thread, so you might need to kind of twist it. That's it. And then you kind of squish the back of this. You might need a little flathead for the front. So squeezing the back makes it easy, and then once this comes out, so that's basically what's holding it with this going right through it. Hope you could see that. So if you just look at this new one, right? So it's got a clip up top. So you got to push this clip, and then the bottom two kind of hook on. So once this pulls out, then you got to go up and pull it out. And you got to pull it out in between these two things. So you kind of help by pushing it in from the back. So now it's loose. You gotta bring it down before you go back up. There you go. And now it's just finessing it. There it is. And that's our replacement. Oh, before I get started, you have to pull this out or else it won't go in, because you don't have enough space to make all that fit. So you gotta make sure that the bottom's locked in as you push up, and then bam, it just snaps in place. And then this is a simple connector from the back, and this connector just lines up perfect with this other piece that is wedged in there. So that just goes in like so. Cool, so that's in. We'll just go ahead and test them before we button everything up, and should be it.